Whoosh! Hello, BookTube. It is another rainy day here in my hometown, and I am talking today about the 12 Books of Christmas. Now, I have a small disclaimer. This is 12 books plus one because the 13 Books of Christmas just doesn't make a great title. So pretend it's the 12 books, and these are the books that I'm finishing up my reading challenge with, or at least the ones that I plan on finishing my reading challenge with. So, the first one, well, not necessarily in any particular order, but I need to finish the last 3 books of the Harry Potter series, and these are gigantic. I have all this to read. Well, I'm halfway through the 5th book, but I have all this to read. So those are my first 3. And then I have How to Be a High School Superstar by Cal Newport. This book has been overdue at the library for quite some time. I just received my 3rd overdue notice, so that's not good. I'm also reading The Siren by Kiera Cass. This is one of my only fiction books that I'm reading right now, but I'm really enjoying it. I've not gotten very far in it, but it seems like an easy read, and I'm hoping to finish that before I return that to the library. I know I've talked about these before, so I'll be quick, but The Broken Way by Anne Voskamp I'm still working through. Wow, that is really hard to see. The Broken Way by Anne Voskamp, and A Circle of Quiet by Madeleine L'Engle. I'm about halfway through each of those books, and I just want to finish them. I want to be done with books at the end of 2016 and have a clean break, and then have 70 books for the new year. 84 Charing Cross Road is one that I'm planning on reading. This is by Helene Hanff, and that is also a library book, but it's super short, and I'm hoping that I can finish it quickly. Some Kind of Happiness by Claire Legrand. This is one that Katie Grace recommended to me over her blog, and I can link to that in the description below. She highly recommended it, and she's someone who I've learned to trust on the internet, and so I'm excited to read this middle grade book. A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I have read the first one, A Court of Thorns and Roses, and it was really good, so I'm willing to brave these 600 plus pages to finish the books that are available in that series because I enjoyed it. And The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. I reread this one every winter, or at least I did for the last 2 years, and so I'm hoping to keep up that tradition and read it for a 3rd year in a row over my Christmas break. Also, I'm going to be finishing up my Bible, and I have, for my 13th book, I don't have it with me because it's an audiobook. It's on my phone, but I am listening to Pride and Prejudice, read by Rosamund Pike. We got Audible included in our Prime membership, and so I'm really excited. This is the first audiobook that just I've listened to, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm about halfway through that, so it's been fun to spend time listening to an audiobook when I would have just been sitting around doing nothing. Like the other day after a babysitting job, I had nowhere to go. My ride wasn't there yet, and the lady I was babysitting for kind of ushered me out the door, and I was like, this is gonna be awkward if I'm like, I need to sit around in your house for another 30 minutes. So I went ahead and walked outside. I walked across the street to the park, and I spent 30 minutes listening to Pride and Prejudice, and Darcy proposed that day, so it was a really, really fun way to spend what otherwise would have been a really boring couple of minutes waiting for my ride. So I am enjoying that I'm listening to an audiobook, and I am going to count that as a book. It is a book, it is reading, and that will be one of my 60 books for the year. So last year I read 63 books when I had a 50 book goal. It looks like this year I'm just barely going to scrape by with 60 out of 60, hopefully, if I can finish all of these. So please pray for me as I finish my reading list. I have a lot to get through over Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I have like 20 deadlines coming up for various school subjects and college essays, and I need to spend more time reading, and I need to finish my NaNoWriMo novel, so I don't know what to do with my life anymore. I can't do it all. Like right now, I'm gonna go, after I make this video, I'm gonna go do a biology project and then sign up for spring classes at Northlake, and maybe watch The Office this afternoon because I'm rewatching it, but really I should be reading. I do enjoy reading, but sometimes you just get in a reading funk, or sometimes it's just really hard to push through a book. For example, I am in the middle of the longest Harry Potter book, and it's a struggle. I just read this one with my family, and so I'm like rereading a story that I just read, so it's difficult to push through it. But those are my 12 or 13 books of Christmas, and I'd love to know what you're reading right now. What books do you need to finish up? How many books do you need to finish your Goodreads goal? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget, the book was better.